Marky Saint. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the most is Mark Saint. I'm a dreamer, I'm a creator, I'm a designer, I'm all sorts of things, but most importantly, it's me versus me. It's you versus you. And this morning we're going to talk about it. Your boy's been going to meetings with people left, right, and straight, meeting up with people I haven't seen in a long time, year and a half, 5 years, whatever it is, having conversations with people. Combos over phones, yo. Combos over phones. I got to go to these flowers. They're just absolutely gorgeous. When you get a chance to get next to the flowers, there's a lot over there. Beautiful. It's blessed. Oh my God. They don't really smell very much. I'd love to say, oh, that smells so good and fake it on the TV, but we're not going to fake it today. We're not going to fake it till we make it. We're just going to make it. We're going to make ourselves into what we want. And that's the only thing of it. You know, hanging out with my buddy yesterday, it shocked me, you know. Shocked me in more ways than one. One, he was already drunk. Two, he had burned himself with a meth pipe. And three, he just busted all his drugs out in front of me. Now, I've been being very sober, and I ain't seen him in a long time, but one of the things that shocked me was that he was drunk. And he was telling me how much he hated drunks. And I said, okay, yeah, I mean, I understand why, because he not only's in his underwear trying to talk to another grown man, getting closer to me with his crotch and things of that nature, but it bugged me that he kept spitting on me while he was talking, something my dad used to do. Then he denied it. He was like, no, I'm not going to argue with you. And I'm like, bro, you've done it 3 times. You need to chill out. Then he was interruptive, right? And then he complained about hating being next to drunks. And I said, no shit, bro. I hate being next to drunks too, because you're drunk and you're being rude. And instead of being apologetic, he was unapologetic. He was, I am me, and I don't give a fuck. And I was like, exactly. And the moment you don't care, no one cares either. And that's something I had to learn. The moment I lost my control, the moment I left my decorum at the door, is the moment that people stop losing respect for me. They start losing respect for me, and they stop respecting me. And that's something that most people, they don't give a shit, right? Yeah, I still love that. They don't give a shit what you think, because they don't give a shit what they think about themselves. And I was just shocked at that I was like, you know, if you've been lonely and you haven't had a girlfriend in a hot minute, and the only sex you're getting is from prostitutes, you gotta step up your game. You know, you got to step up your game. People aren't going to just be like, lemon lame, let me get into your bullshit. Let me hop into your world because it's so full of shit. Said no one ever. And that's something I think people don't do in their heads, right? They don't do the math of, I guess he was like, I know my worth and you know yours. No, most people overestimate their value, right? There's a difference between the price and value, right? And always about these things of like, how much is it? What's the price? And I'm like, what's the value of it? What value do you bring to people where they feel like they need to be around you, where they feel that being around you is a benefit to them? Everyone's calculating and clocking what's in it for me. So if I hang out with you, are you going to make me better? Or are you going to make me worse? Are you going to join in my depravity, start smoking meth and burning myself, talking a mile a minute, spitting in eyeballs? I think not, bro. He's like, you want to get some of the sassafras, bro? And then just fucking cuddle and watch the moon, right? No, I don't want to cuddle with a grown-ass man. I felt a tinge of, what's the word? Bisexualness. And then it didn't happen with my gay buddy with the HIV. So it just really about of respect, right? I can go into a gay man's house that has HIV and completely feel safe, and then on the flip side go to someone else's house that's on meth, just burnt himself, and start feeling like I'm not so safe. And as I made my ex not feel safe, this is no judgment, I'm just calculating, what do you want? Because you can't sit there at the table across from me and tell me that you don't have girlfriends and you haven't had a relationship since prison, because you haven't changed. And I read it this morning. It was almost like 3 options. It was like, you can either stay still. I forget the fucking ones. I screenshotted it. And then one of the other options was just change, right? We never want to change anything. Let me burp on this dog. And that's it. You know, that's what we do. We put ourselves in situations and expect the world to change to us. And it's such an unrealistic task. I mean, look how big the world is. Look how small we are. Look how big the universe is. Look how small the planet is. And then it goes ego. I'd rather get what I want and do what I want, you know? Me versus me. I'm the one that deserves. I'm the one that does the work. I'm the one in pain. Therefore, I'm the one that needs the relief from my brain. And you can get everything that you want, you know? We can do that all day long. Like you said, he could way better than a prostitute, and the minus the intimacy, I can just smoke the meth and masturbate to pornography. And it's sad because I was listening to a whole nother homie that said, poor dude's dead now, but what he used to say is, oh, look at him carrying the leaf way bigger than him. Get him, buddy. Get him. Oh, get off my leaf. Look, he looked over there. You better get off my leaf, bro. Look, he's guarding the leaf. You guys see that? He's actually guarding the leaf. Get off my shit. Ooh, and then it blew away, and then nobody has it. Okay, that's like life, right? Nobody has it. Nobody has all the answers, but we for sure is not getting everything that we want. You know, our bodies don't tolerate it like that. We're a well-balanced organism, and anything that we do on one side throws us off on the other. And it's just unfortunate. Like, there's so many people without balance. They don't have balance in their lives. They don't have balance in their thoughts. They don't even have balance in their diets. And you go, you're getting exactly what you want. And I keep saying it over and over, and it was told to me by your boy, what's his thought? What's his face? This guy's talking to me now. I'm like, I'm on it now, bro. Let me tell him I'm on the show now. How do you? I don't know how to do that. I was trying to tell him we're live now. He was asking, what? I've been on a while. It's me too. On now. Bam. Send. And that's what we do. We versus we. Me versus me, you versus you. You know, as an individual sport, we're the only ones listening to ourselves. We're the only ones damaging ourselves. We're the only ones making the choices. And then that's it. That's us having to look ourselves in the mirror and go, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Everybody goes, sup, bro? You know, sup, bro? What's up with you? What's up with you dating certain people? What's up with you not wanting to comply? You know, what's so hard about being compromising? You know, who are we to make everybody else bend to us? And I know my narcissistic tendencies would be like, well, if it don't fit, it's gotta go. And then with that kind of attitude, things just went. And next thing I know, I was as alone as him. And I'm not masturbating to meth, but my point is that it just was like the lack of self-control. He didn't want nothing to do with it. And I heard the complaints. I heard the tough life story. I saw the wrinkles on the face, you know, and do things like that, right? And that's what we do. We look at, and then we look at things like that and we forget who we are. You know, we've lost each other. Oh, there's a battery in the We've lost each other. With a shade. It's fucking hot out. And that's what it is. You know, we are throwing ourselves out of alignment. Reputation, I was using my next ability to adjust. And yeah, shout out to 3 Squares. They got the truck for food. Oh shit, that's what I needed to go do today. Anyway, another side thought, but you versus you got to see you. You got to see how are you easily triggered. What's your zodiac sign? Look at this turtle dove right here. Above me getting water. 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pine tree. Interesting. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm in this world where it is 100 degrees out and I am on my walk and it is hot and I'm gonna have to figure out some shade. That's just facts of life. Let me just go over here and get a little bit of shade. Let me get a little bit of shade. Just a little bit, just so I can get some shade on. I don't want to be shady. I just want to get a little bit of shade. And that's what we do right here. We're just getting some breaks. We got to break ourselves, you know, break ourselves out of the negativity, break ourselves out of slumps, break ourselves out of ridiculousness. Let's get this blunt going too. And break ourselves out of the judgments. I couldn't believe this. You don't know me very well. And you weren't, what did he say? You weren't very honest about your addictions. I said, excuse me, bro, do you watch my show at all? And it was just like he was being very assumptive Very rude. He didn't even know. And I'm sitting there and I've had about 6 or 7 conversations with people lately. It's given me some people skills. It's gotten me off my phone. But it's also let me into what I'm allowing to in conversations, knowing that I am free to leave a conversation at any time that I wish or believe that it's not conducive for me. I'm bouncing. I don't want to hear about your life story only so you can insult me later. Nobody's gonna put in the time and spend with you on a peaceful mission unless you're being peaceful. And most of us aren't full of peace. We're full of shit. We're a piece of shit. We got piece of shit lifestyles. We got piece of shit mentalities. We eat shit. And we're wondering why our diet's so far off, why our vibe's so far off. Like, what's going on with us? You versus you, dude. You've been piling it in your mouth. How'd you think it was gonna happen? Oh, well, damn, they cleaned the fuck out of this yard, by the way. This whole thing was covered and now it's blown out, swept. Like, damn, somebody did something. But that's what we need to do. We need to do something. We need to do something with our lives and put the garbage in the back area and organize the little shit. So when someone does come to our world, it's not cluttered with the last relationship or negativity or the same mentality. I'm 42. I'm figuring out how I have to be flexible. He was 56 and he wasn't doing shit. True for him. He was even telling me how he was going to abort his daughter. I was telling me about my son. He was still talking about himself. And I was just like, I can't get a word in edgewise, bro. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to say something. Interrupt. I'm horrible listening. Yeah, you are. And you keep saying it and doing it. So here we are in our lives where we can change that kind of shit. Instead of keeping it the same or staying still and reinforcing some shit like that, why don't we change some of that shit? How hard is it? How hard is it to choose a new path? I think it's extremely hard. I don't know. I couldn't stop myself. I was so in fear. You know, my biggest fear was that I would start a family and my woman would leave, like my mother. My mom never would want to admit that. She would always say, the abusive father. And he would blame her bipolar and his alcoholism. And it was just ICBM missiles. But the truth is that me and my siblings learned not to love, right? We're still, none of us married. I got 4 siblings. Only my sister is the only one that had babies. This is 20 years ago, and she already divorced. We don't know how to maintain healthy relationships because we didn't see them. What we saw was 2 selfish people absorb all of it. And dish it out too. Little bird hopping in the water. Because that's what we do. We are in our heads on some shit where we didn't even know that we were doing some shit. We didn't even know that we were acting like our parents. We didn't even know that shit was going down. And that's where we're stuck. We're stuck in our own ways. We don't want to change. God forbid somebody actually gets us to do something that's healthy for us. Like starting to walk. My buddy Dion, he's about 60, 80 pounds, almost over what everything else is. And he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to work out. He'd rather eat the hot meals than work out. And that's what ends up happening. So we got to figure it out, bro. We got to get inside of ourselves and say, hey, yo, what's up? This guy's going inside. I'm like, hey, yo, what's up? You don't want to hear it. But I want to get some shade on the street, and we're going to have to. So I go from shade spot to shade spot. Thank you, brother. I take breaks between the shades when I'm walking. Yeah, it's hot. So that's what we do, you know. We got to have conversations with ourselves and better with ourselves. Yeah, thank you. And, you know, it's one of these, right? And like, how are we going to respond to people? Well, if you're fucking feeling iggy, then you might say some shit to somebody that you don't know me. You know, those shadows, you like, what did Mike Tyson say? You don't know my shadow, you know? And it's true. We keep our shadow so close till it's romantic, till interpersonal, till we're ruffled up. And then all of a sudden, how do you handle conflict? How do you handle compulsive behavior? How do you handle things that you do without even knowing it? And most people don't handle it at all. They just want to do them. And that's what I got out of that message was I'm just gonna do me. I'm doing me. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. And it's like, cool, no one gives a fuck about you, and that's why you're alone. And that's what we're doing to each other. Everybody's wondering why they're single. Everybody's, where's the good men at? Where the good women at? Why are there no relationships? Why is everybody on an app? I can't meet anybody face to face. This is why. Y'all too scared. Y'all too scared to change. Y'all too scared to bend. You know, y'all too scared to be exposed. You're too. Yeah. The moment that you stop fearing yourself and fearing the future and fearing others is the moment that we give ourselves an opportunity to love. I'm still open for the game. I went out, dated a single mom with 2 kids, didn't even have control over her kids, watched her kill my kid, and I'm still out. Year and a half. I wasn't dating nobody because I only wanted to date one that's with. I wanted to just stop fucking. Sure, my dick fits inside you. All dicks fit inside all pussies, but not all of them have brains and not all of them have communication. And that's just what it was. I wanted more, and to get more, I had to be able to bend, right? Like I had to adjust. And I think that's what happens in the new modern day relationships, that nobody knows how to adjust. You know, they don't know what they're doing. They're stuck and they need to adjust. I think I need to make an adjust over stuck shirt for reals. That's a Saints Anarchy shirt right there, bam. And that's what we can do. We can give ourselves some reprieve, you know? We can give ourselves a chance to listen to people, you jackass. Listen to someone else instead of just your stories, man. We already know our stories. We said them over and over. We got to memorize, know the punchline. What about other people? They want to feel heard. And if it's feeling like you can't hear them, maybe go into a different conversation about ourselves and others. This is really a program. What are we going to do when China's population is declining? I remember everybody, we're going to be populated. We can handle 10 billion people on this planet. It didn't happen. We regressed. We stopped having children. We started swiping left. We stopped being able to afford them. And that's how these decisions were made. And as my buddy was telling me, he's like, I almost aborted my daughter. Beautiful woman walks up, beautiful. And he's like, that dream, the thing that saved my life, I almost killed. And that's what I was telling my ex. I was like, this kid's going to save the planet. And I feel like the whole world's coming to shit. It's one of those, right? Without our future seed, without our future seed, we're going to make it. It's not sustainable. And that's what we want to keep talking about. Sustainability. You know, that's your hot button. That's your word of the day. Well, I'm talking about making adjustments. We want to switch coal off of gasoline because it's too high. I get it. You know, would have been dope if we already got faster on the electric. Yeah. You know, and here we are. Is that a fake cookie? A plastic, found a plastic cookie. How cute. So anyway, that's my show for the day. You know, I gotta get back in it. I'm nice and high. I'm gonna take a quick shower, get this heat off me, and go be free. You know, go be free. You know, and that's what I want you to be too. Be free to adjust yourself. Be free to adjust to whatever weather comes your way. We all got to do it. It's part of the play. So that's me. You stay on my heart from the start. Rise and shine, y'all. Get your day going. Get started. And we'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Ciao. Belo. Beijos. Chigatan.